It's not easy being green, having to spend each day the color of the leaves. When I think it could be nicer being red or yellow or gold or something much more colorful like that.
Islam was ingrained in my being, and as such, my parents were very, very proud of me. There's a science called textual criticism which allows us to estimate approximately how much of a manuscript is variant from its original. And I looked into that and I began to realize, well, hey, the Bible hasn't actually been changed all that much. We have not hundreds of thousands, but tens of thousands of documents that show that the Bible is still close to the word that it was, that Christ did claim to be God. There's evidence for this, and for Islam there's not too much evidence. It took me about 3.5 years to come to that point, to realize that, hey, this stuff is true, that everything that I had been taught, I loved Allah, I loved Islam, I loved Muhammad, I loved my parents, I loved everything that I'd ever grown up with, but that didn't make it true. And I'm asking God, God, I can't find the truth by myself. You please show me the truth. I ask you to tell me what the truth is. Provide me a vision, provide me a dream, anything. And there before my eyes was hundreds, maybe even thousands of crosses. I was looking at them and I was wide-eyed. And just as soon as they had come, they had gone. And I knew what had just happened. I had received a vision, but I didn't want to believe it. So I looked up to God and I said, God, that doesn't count. I said, that can't count. That could be my eyes playing tricks on me. Subconsciously, I might want to believe in Christianity. You know, seeing a whole bunch of crosses, that's not necessarily the truth. You didn't come down and tell me anything. That's probably a vision, but maybe not. So I said to God, you know what, God, forget I asked for a vision. How about you provide me a dream? And that night, I had a dream. It didn't take weeks, it didn't take months, it didn't take more than a few hours, if that. He gave me a dream that night. It was me standing at the threshold of a door, a narrow door. Not in the door yet, just outside it. My toes are at the line of the door. It's a narrow door, so it's about 3 feet wide, just wide enough to fit me. And probably about 6 to 7 feet tall, just tall enough to fit me, and about the same depth in length. Just So it's a doorway, not just a door. At the other end of a door is David, my friend, sitting at a table. And it's a round table. And within that room are hundreds of people, all sitting at tables. And there's food laid out before them. And they're all getting ready to eat, but they haven't started eating yet. They're waiting, as if for a speaker, to come and start whatever it is, a speech, a session, to shut the door and start speaking. But they haven't started eating yet. And I look at David and I said to him, I thought we were going to eat together. And without turning back, he says to me, you never responded.